Hey everyone, it's Thursday the 13th of March and it's 11:45 in the evening, and today we're going to be taking a look at 5 road lamps, or barricade lamps for those over in America. Now 4 of them I got from a friend of mine over on Facebook, and one of them is an eBay purchase, which is the one we're going to start with. So I've got batteries in them, so I'm going to give a flashing light warning now, because I'm going to try and turn some of these on. I don't remember where I threw the screwdriver. Oh, it's over there. There's the first one. Now this one was a brand spanking new lamp. It was advertised as brand new. I've just been looking at the advert to see if it actually said the brand of lamp, and it doesn't. It's got a tiny writing there. It's got a web address, www.uv-shop.de. I might actually put that into Google's later and have a look. We'll do that when we've had a look at the lamps. So if I just grab my pokey stick over here, as I call it. By pokey stick I just mean a very small screwdriver. So just again a heads up, flashing light warning. So we've got the flashing. It's actually not going to do anything because I've got the lights on. Hang on. There we go. So it's got flashing mode, and then it's got the other switch, like a lot of these modern LED lights. So I'll switch it to steady. And now I've lost the switch. There we go. Now, it also came with 2 of the 6-volt lantern batteries, but they were no good. They were out of date and no charge in them at all. Nothing. I didn't even get the faintest of a tingle on my tongue. I'm old fashioned, I do it the old fashioned way. Yeah, that's the first one. I tell you what, quality wise, I don't think it's that bad. It feels cheap, but not the cheapest. In fact, that body just feels like any of the other lamps that I've got. We've got a metal hanger there as well as the scaffold bracket. A very loose and floppy scaffold bracket at that, which is not something I've come across that often. They're usually quite stiff to move up and down. That one's quite free flowing. Right. Okay, so next one is one that I've already got one of in my cupboard, with all the other Dorman Traffy lamp E-types. So there's Dorman in red. I think they are original red lenses from Dorman. And I've got a battery in that one as well. But this one's in pretty much mint condition. I don't think this has ever been on the street. Well, I know the previous one hasn't, because that was a brand new lamp. And that's the reason why I opted for that one. Yeah, this one plus 2 of the others were in a job lot that my friend picked up a couple of weeks or so ago. And they showed me a photograph of them and asked if I wanted any before they went on eBay. I picked 3 of them. One that I already have. Yeah, one that I already have, but I just wanted another better one. And 2 that I didn't have. I'm just throwing my screwdriver around. So the next one is a red Dorman LED light. I've got amber and green as well. I can't remember where I got the amber one from, but the green one came from an Australian collector. He comes over to the UK on vacation like once a year to see family and whatnot, because he's got relatives over here. And if he's got any lamps for sale, he'll, put them up on the Facebook groups, and any that sell he brings over with him and then post. Or he'll actually personally deliver them. But anyway, a little battery in it as well, and of course, I've actually noticed, regardless of brand, the two buttons are round the same way on every lamp that has the static and steady burn feature. So the power switch is always on the right here. Well, I suppose left if you look at it from the front. But either way, it's this one here is your on-off switch. And the other one is the one that switches between the two features. And it's the same on the Nissan lamps as well that have that feature. And that unknown branded one down there as well. And I've got another one over there that is exactly the same. What I like about these LED lights, it's so easy to change the battery. You just push on, twist and lock. You can get the faff about with no security bolt or anything like that. But for some reason, Dorman opted for a very crappy plastic hanger on these. I don't like that, that just looks tacky as well. I think the metal ones look a lot better. Like I said, I've got a bit here as well, I've got the green one. And the only one that's actually got the Dorman labelling on it is the amber one. I really can't remember where I got this one from. Don't know. And I've had those two for some time now. And the other one is this Intersolar lamp in blue. I've actually got two of these in amber. That wasn't intentional, I bought one forgetting that I already had one. And these take 4 D-cell batteries. But again, if I press the button this side, see what I mean? The buttons are round the same, regardless of the brand. They're round the same way. I've also got one of these in red. But it's extremely tatty and weathered. Got it on eBay quite cheap, along with a different red lamp as well. I've got a feeling they were used on a railway somewhere. I just got left in all weathers for however many years. Well, I got both of them to work. I had to put in like my own battery pack because the battery compartment on one of them was just totally shot, and the Intersolar one was actually totally shot. But this actually looks brand new. Doesn't look like a drain hole or something. We've got a hole right there. Ooh, interesting circuit. I might actually have to open this up just to look at the circuit at some point. Yeah, that was a nice one. They're all in nice condition. Let's put that one down here actually. Now the last one I actually bought before those three, so I believe this came out of his collection. It's just like an extra one he had. So it's a JSP Maxi-Light in blue. And again, we have a battery in it, but it's not very bright. And it's not a low battery, because I've tried batteries from all the other lamps and whatnot. And I even thought, well, maybe it's a bit of a dicky circuit or bulb, so I swapped all of those, and not exactly the same result whatever I did. And then I noticed that around the edge here, where there should be blue reflector, there is, but you can't really see it, which tells me this lens is just so dense in colour. That's why it's dim. I've wondered if it's worth just popping these lenses out and see if they need a clean. But the lamp itself is so clean, so I doubt it. I doubt there's dirt build up in there. I just think it's the way it is. No, it works. Now, bit of a story with that one. Turn off. Because technically I do have a blue JSP Maxi-Light. However, the blue lenses are not JSP Maxi-Light lenses. Because quite some time ago now, there was a company called Stel on eBay selling, well, what was essentially their version of these lamps. of the JSP Maxi Light lamps. But on eBay they're only advertising red or amber. If you want a blue one, you had to message them and ask them, which a couple of us did. So I have actually got a Stell version of this JSP Maxi Light in my cupboard. A friend of mine that I got this one from, he bought one as well, which, if I remember correctly, it arrived damaged, and he got a replacement sent out from them. They weren't fussed about the other one being sent back. And I had the broken one off of him, so I could do that and just put the lenses in a JSP Maxi Light. Because, well, the actual genuine blue ones are quite hard to find. That one's not very bright either. I don't think the battery's very good on this one though. And I know the battery connections are a bit, you see it's gone off. Hello. For some reason, if I tilt it at certain angles, it does start to work. So yeah, in fact, these lenses on the Stell, they're actually screwed on, whereas these ones, if you look, they're press fit with like 4 locking pins or locating pins. If you look on this one, screw holes. So if I'm not careful, if I drop this, these lenses will drop out of that. So yeah, I wanted that one just because it is a genuine JSP. It's in good condition. Bit of a scuff or something there. There's a couple of little marks on it, but yeah, it's in fairly good condition as well. So I am happy with that. It's actually nice to get some lamps that I haven't got in the collection. And as I've said before, I'm at the point where I've got so many, it's become quite hard to actually find something I haven't got, other than the extremely rare and very expensive lamps. Like the ones that can go for anywhere between £300 to £400 on eBay. I'm not going to say they're not worth it. They're obviously worth it to someone to bid that much. But to me, that's more money than I've got to spend. Anywho. Oh, from that same person, he sent me these as well. The same person I got those Barricade lamps from. Some automotive light bulbs. Now I've got another one of these, and I'm going to ask a chap I know if he wants these for his Dennis fire engine, because it uses the same bulbs. And he also sent me just 2 of these. Different packaging, same bulbs. But my Aprilia moped uses those bulbs, so that'll be very handy to have as spares for that. In fact, I'll probably put one either in the glove box or under the seat. So I've got at least that spare, and at least see if I can get a couple of spare brake light bulbs to put on it. Just in case. Indicators don't matter too much, you know, if one fails I've still got 2 arms, so I can, you know, use arm signals if it ever came to that, just temporarily. But to me, the headlight, tail light and brake light are the 3 most important lights. So I'd rather have spares, and I'll put a little Phillips screwdriver in there as well so I can easily swap them out. But another friend on Facebook, he's been having to, I haven't asked him why, but he's been having to get rid of a bunch of his lamps and other spare bits that he'd collected up. And he asked if I wanted these. Just a couple of spare Traffy lamp E-type circuits. They are working, they're flashing. That one's a bit dirty, but that'll clean up. That one's pretty clean. Yeah, they work. Because I actually ran out. If you remember back when I got that River Found E-type lamp, I put my last circuit in there and that wasn't a very good one. It's quite a slow flash on that one. So if I really wanted to, I've got a couple of different ones I could chuck in it. Yeah, that is it for road lamps, I'm afraid. It'd be great if I had like a huge haul of them, wouldn't it? Then I'd probably be here all night, so that probably wouldn't be a good thing. I mean, originally I did do this video once today already, but I did the die-cast haul with it and it ended up being like almost 2 hours long, so I thought, yeah, I'll break it down into 2 sections. So if you see the die-cast video after this one and you're wondering why the date is like, well, one after the other, you'll know why. Because I'm now going to sit here and get ready for the next one. Right. What was it? It was this one. This one even came with a key. The bolt. There we go. I didn't think it did. It was actually sort of just stuck in there like that. Anywho, that is it for today's video. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Of course, if you got a comment, feel free to leave one in the comments down below. And subscribe if you want to see more random videos like this one, or for the diecast, or for the Lego, or for the computers, or the model railways, or whatever you might be interested in. I've always said I'm a man of many hobbies, so yeah, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.